Hey, welcome back to the channel. It's Cousin Greg, and guess what I can do now? That clap test. If you didn't see the last video, I couldn't do it because I didn't have this, which was in the trunk of my car, and I was too lazy to get it out. Actually, today I wanted to talk about a game called Prey. First, I want to tell you about today's sponsor, my wireless earbuds. My wireless earbuds come in black, and they also come with this neat, unique carrying case, which is NFC compatible. I don't understand what that really means, but it is. And these are my wireless headphones, so you can't have them. I guess that kind of defeats the point of a sponsorship. But, oh well. Alright, now let's talk about Prey. Prey was released in 2017 and was made by Arcane Studios and published by Bethesda, aka the same people who did the Dishonored games, which I haven't personally played, but I need to talk about Prey because I just realized that with the Bethesda acquisition, this game was added to Xbox Game Pass. So like anyone out there who's sleeping on this title or who's like seen it scrolling down, I need to tell you guys, you gotta play this game because it's going to blow your minds. Let me tell you a bit about the story in case you haven't watched anything else. So Prey starts out with you playing Morgan Yu, who is starting their first day training before getting launched to the TranStar facility, which is like this huge outer space like colony building. Like, I mean, you've seen sci-fi things. If you're a video game nerd, you've seen like sci-fi colony shit. I don't have to explain this to you. You're watching the video, you're watching the gameplay right now. You can understand like this facility looks pretty intricate. It's like Art Deco, like it's mind-blowing, right? Like feat of human engineering, this facility. So you wake up the day before you get launched into this facility, yada yada yada. Sometime later, shit goes down on the facility, right? And you're like the only one left, and you have to figure out like not only what the hell is going on TranStar, but you have to figure out like if there are any survivors, which, spoiler alert, there are, of course, survivors on board, but you have to rescue them from the various situations they're in, or not. I mean, there's always the option to murder them, which is actually really nice to have the option to murder them, because this game is an immersive sim, which, if you don't understand what that means, think BioShock, think Deus Ex. Those are big immersive sim titles, but the thing about Prey that sets it out as a unique immersive sim is that with the element of what the game calls Neuro Mods, which are these things that like you jam into your which are these things that are like an inhaler with like fucking needles in it, and you jam it into your fucking eye, and you get like this DNA upload into your skull or your brain or whatever. I don't understand. I'm not a scientist. I make videos on the internet. So these Neuro Mods kind of act as different abilities that you can unlock, whether it's from transforming yourself into an object in order to either sneak past an enemy or to access an area, or there's a neuromod that like slows time down so you can get an edge on your enemies. Like, it's almost like the Plasmids from BioShock, but not at all. Plasmids are kind of like elemental things. These are more like psychic abilities, I describe them as. Yeah, that sounds more, they're like psychic abilities. Actually, the bar that drains when you use this ability is called a psi, PSI, so it's got to be psychic, right? I mean, it's psychic. They're psychic abilities. Fuck. Some of my favorite aspects about the game besides like the very intricate story. And like there's recordings that you find all around the facility, kind of like the BioShock radios that you would find, and they let you know about different things that have happened before you had arrived at the TranStar facility, and it fills you in on these different characters, and later on you get to meet these characters if you choose to let them live. And it's kind of a really interesting connection for you to like hear about different characters, and then you meet them later and you get to figure out like their different motives, and they call back to different things that you've heard in the tapes, and it really just leads into the title of what the game is, an immersive sim. Now, something else I really like about the game is it kind of taps into a unique area where your character is more of a scientist and engineer than a like badass soldier or militech guy or whatever. So your main weapon that you first pick up is called a glue gun, which is GLOO. And the glue gun is really interesting because it fires these giant blobs that adhere to whatever you shoot it at, which is kind of like glue. And when you fire at an enemy, it'll slow them down and give you a chance to get an edge on them, whether it's to hit them with your wrench or fire a firearm that you acquire later in the game. And it's really interesting because you can also use the glue gun to fire on walls in different surfaces to like kind of parkour around Talos 1 and get to different areas. And it's just such a unique mechanic. My first playthrough, I didn't find out that you could use the glue gun for that sort of thing until like really late on my playthrough, and I just like it blew my mind to the point where I had to restart the game and like realize all these different places I could get to. And that's the thing about Prey as well. Like you're going to go on this adventure, and sure, it might drag on a little bit in the middle, but if you are like me and you just like get totally involved in these worlds, you're going to like, the time's not going to matter at all. You're going to be fully invested in this story, and you're going to find out everything. And then you're going to get to the end of the game and you're going to restart it because you're going to like love the ending so much that you're going to want to jump back in and kind of like fill in different pieces and be like, oh yeah, this connects with different things. The game has major replayability. It's really fun with the different Neuro Mod mechanics you can get. And like, if you're already paying for Game Pass on Xbox, you have it part of your subscription, man. Like you don't even have to pay for it as a solid title. And that's great. So all in all, Prey is an amazing game, and I think you all have to try it, especially any of you with an Xbox, especially any of you PC players who have Game Pass, and any of you Sony boys, you can totally fuck off. Well, that's my little rant on Prey for today. I'm Cousin Greg, and I'll see you in the next video. Have a good time.